Yeah, it's everywhere. Everyone's banging on about it all the time. It drives
But
me nuts.
it's how it's been so co-opted as well by certain people. I don't know. It's a little bit. It's been yogurt basically and vegans. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Those things weren't
yeah,
really started by white people, but they've sort of been snatched by us and wrecked a little bit. But Tata Harper, um, she just she I think she posted a black square, and I don't really know what else she did after that. But they didn't regard so their pull up for change, their disclosure numbers on regarding diversity. There was they declined to post their numbers on diversity and said that I think they're based in a very white state like Vermont, even though Tata herself
yeah,
is from South American country. So what she was saying was, well, we're based in Vermont. I think maybe their distribution center or where the product is made is in Vermont, but obviously it's a global brand. So you sort of reason that you can't be hiring non-white people
yeah,
and people of color to be key decision makers in your company.
yeah,
Um, she released a really cringy post basically saying, my husband and I started this. We're two really hardworking immigrants, and while that is completely true, they are. Tata is a socialite and she's married to a hedge fund manager. So it's not, while
yeah,
factually that's correct, it's not quite the full picture there. So she was
yeah,
basically as a response to lots of her customers saying, oh, actually, yeah, you guys really aren't that inclusive. What is with that? She did bend and say, look, we'll be announcing some partnerships in the coming days and weeks. However, I've checked
yeah.
and nothing to date. So
No.
again, it's sort of, nice and well meaning, but again, really unquantifiable and, doesn't really mean
So
anything in the end.
she's not of color.
I can't remember which South
Okay.
American country she comes from. That's what she was saying. And she was like, I am, I'm one of you guys. And, that might be
Yeah.
the case. But again, just be transparent. I think, if companies like The Ordinary have taught us anything, is that people love that transparency. Even when you fuck up as a company, you go, oops,
Yeah.
pick, we've learned we're gonna do better. Oh, and also with the Tata Harper thing, why do people on Instagram do this? When someone came to her defense and was like, you BLM guys are just crap and white lives matter and that sort of thing. She was found from her personal account to be liking those comments. And obviously that's a huge tell. Like,
Eek.
I don't know if it was actually white lives matter. I might have made that bit up, but it was
Well,
it was
yeah.
basically someone saying, leave this BLM
Yeah.
stuff out and blah blah blah. So yeah, she ended up liking those comments. No, it was the All Lives
That's
Matter group.
embarrassing.
All Lives
Yeah.
Matter, not Black Lives. So I think then she deleted all of her likes and comments. So again, how do you stand upright when you get out of bed? This is what I think. These people they have done amazingly well. They've created these global brands, but
Yeah.
how do you not have a
But
PR
like
person
I
going?
feel like socially responsible and I like to think about what I post and say. For
Yeah,
someone of that stature to say something to like a slightly
just don't
dodgy
like. Yeah,
racist, like just no. If it
yeah.
looks wrong, if it feels wrong, don't do it. For
Didn't
God's
feel wrong to
sake,
her
have a
though,
bit of
clearly.
sense. No. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
um, yeah.
Bloody
Do
hell.
you have you heard of the organic bunny?
No, I haven't. No, I've
Okay,
never heard of that.
okay. Anyway,
The organic bunny.
they went into partnership. They lost their partnerships because they were again. If you're going to put racist stuff on Twitter, even if it is 2009, your sins will always find you out. And apparently, loads of racist and homophobic tweets came out, and they just got dumped. And I think they've deactivated all of their social media accounts. If any
Oh
of our listeners can
shit.
tell us if you've had any, dealings with the organic bunny, but apparently they were
Bunny.
big in America. But yeah,
Okay.
bunny, annoying name anyway. So they gone down the
Yeah, I
toilet.
don't like it.
Yeah.
Good.
It's cosmetics. Cosmetics for some reason have always been a little bit. I don't know. They've always been a little bit. What's the word? People have had a love-hate relationship with them. And the only thing, not
Yeah.
recently, but I think they launched like a load of.
Contentious? Is that the
Contentious
word?
is a good one. There was another word beginning with "k," but because I've had 3 glasses of champagne, I can't remember what it is. Anyway,
Yeah.
They It Cosmetics. So they're famed for having such, big like large shade range, aren't they? It Cosmetics. But I think in 2018 they
Mm.
had a full coverage moisturizer. It had 3 shades for black tones, and
Yeah.
probably being It Cosmetics, probably about 25 for the white people. Tarte Cosmetics. I've never bought anything from Tarte. Have you?
No, it's really American, so you'd have to get it
Is
shipped
it?
over from.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So again, they did the same thing a couple of years ago. 90% of the shades they came out with for foundations were for white people.
Mm.
And then they released the product on Martin Luther King Day. Again, if you're going to do
Oops.
that, I'm judging that you've got a big, PR company. It was like that time when H&M, do you remember they released a T-shirt with a little black boy
Yeah.
saying like,
Oh God, yeah. What did
I'm the
it
monkey in the
say?
jungle, something like that. And then the white boy had like,
Shit.
the white boy had like hunter or something. It was just so bad. And that is, I mean, again,
Oh.
huge global brand. Should have known better. But that's what happens when you have no black people on your board, on your decision
Yeah,
making
to
board. There was
notice
there
these
was
things.
nobody there to go, you know what, I just don't
That
think
is
that's a good idea.
stupid. Yeah.
um
Yeah,
you're
that's
not gonna
bad.
you might not be aware of a company called LA Face Skincare as
Nope,
well.
never heard of them.
Oh my gosh, if you're like me and you follow Karen's Going Wild or Karen's Gone Wild on Instagram, and it's basically
Yeah,
lots of videos.
there's a lot of videos on Reddit where I live.
Yes, yeah, you live in Reddit. I live on Instagram.
You do,
But
yeah.
this particular one, so I was just watching it, and I didn't realize she owned a skincare company. I think it's a makeup brand. I don't think it's skincare. Well, even though it says it
Mm.
is. So basically, a guy is painting on his brick wall, like he's got a low brick wall outside the front of his house, and he just
Mm.
decided to paint, Black Lives Matter, and look beautiful. And she was walking past with her husband, and her face is contorted. It's
Oh
like,
no.
when Jim Carrey becomes the Grinch and his eyebrows go so low down onto his nose, but they
A
arch up
really
so high
exaggerated expression.
really, really badly, and
Oops.
she's doing that weird, mad, crazy fake smile, like, "Hi there, what are you
Mm.
doing?" And it's
Oh
a
my
it's a lot
God.
like Get Out. It's really, really scary. But anyway, she and her husband accosted this man and basically made up a lie and said, "I actually know who lives in that house, and it's not you. We're going to call the police and we're going to come back." Anyway, she is the owner and CEO of this LA Face skincare company.
Oh my
Again,
God.
Birchbox has stopped their working with her. They stopped, they ceased stocking her products.
Mm.
She's taken down all the social media sites. I mean, I'm not a fan of, vigilante justice or any of those things. I think,
No.
she was an absolute idiot, but there's that thing called doxing now. Have you seen that, where people just publish people's
Yeah.
addresses on the internet, which is like, that's
Yeah,
that's
that's terrible.
that's
Yeah.
no good either. But I just think, if you've spent so long working on your brand and building it up, you're just going to let yourself down if you act like a complete arse. But
Mm.
anyway, she's not very well known, but I just thought it was such a glaring example.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, I need to check that out. That sounds
yeah, yeah,
awful.
it's quite hard to watch. She's like not violent with it, but she's psychotic. There's something in
Mm.
her that, I don't know. It's just that it's that sort of, that you feel that so empowered that you could do that. I just would never. I would just always
No.
mind your own business, everyone. Um. Anyway,
Yeah.
there are some skincare companies who've been brilliant, I think, and just done everything that you want them
Yeah.
to have
Done
done,
it
really.
properly.
Yeah, I think Glossier was really sort of exemplary, I guess. I think they were one of the first, really, and they donated $500,000 pretty much
Yeah.
before
Deciem
they posted the black
donated,
screen.
didn't
And
they?
yeah, they did as well. I think
Mm.
they also gave $500,000 in grants to black-owned beauty businesses, which is
That's
just
good.
ace. That's like what you want to be doing, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
people aren't incompetent.
Deciem's always been a diverse company.
Yes, yeah, but it was Glossier that did that. They gave
Oh,
the grant
sorry, yeah.
money for half a
Sure.
million. So they've donated £1 million pretty
Oh,
much.
that's so good.
Yeah. Sunday Riley, brilliant as well. I'm not sure how much she donated. I put 50K, but I think it's more than that. I think with her, she went to
Mm.
school with George Floyd, Sunday Riley.
Oh, no way. My
Yeah,
God.
so I think she just wrote, it was kind of a genuine post,
Mm.
really. So I guess they went to school, I don't, not like Miami, no, Texas, somewhere like that anyway. But anyway, she, Sunday Riley made a big donation. Bioscience, never bought anything from Bioscience, but they pledged 100 grand
No. Mm.
to sort of civil action groups. Deviant Skincare as well, 15% of their products. Deviant are British, aren't they?
Are
They
they?
look
Never heard of
nice.
them.
Yeah, they look
Deviant.
nice.
That
Yeah.
sounds nice.
Hey, it's a little woman-owned skincare company, and there's no essential oils in their stuff, so I think you would.
Cool.
I've been
Yeah,
checking them out.
that's me.
15% of
Sure.
their profits in June went to, again, racial justice organisations. Deciem was 100 grand to BLM and the NAACP.
Cool.
MAC, of course, MAC doing what you'd expect of them, really. Allies of Skin,
Mm.
they're another one. Oh, I went on their website though. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's beautiful, but it's so
It's
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is really. The stuff looks nice though. Huda
Yeah.
Beauty as well. She donated $500,000 to NAACP.